Hey guys, it's Jackson. I don't do a whole lot of YouTube videos, like ever, or reviews for anything for that matter. I tend to watch them on YouTube a lot, but I recently just bought these pair of headphones. They're the Audio Technica ATH-M40x's. These headphones have been insanely good. So what I wanted to do was kind of give a review for people who are not exactly extremely educated in headphones. Like, I'm not even super extremely educated in headphones, but this is more from a consumer to a consumer as opposed to an expert to a consumer. So you kind of know what you're getting, you know. Instead of hearing from an audiophile, you're going to hear from somebody who, you know, always listen to like Apple headphones and things like that, to a person who finally went to get headphones and how the transition actually was, as opposed to an audiophile telling you exactly, you know, here and there what they heard. So this is more kind of a real review kind of thing from somebody who is not an audiophile. Anyway, so like I said, I came from Apple headphones, you know, shitty headphones, and I decided that because I had this sweet computer set up. Let's focus here. Low. Yay? Nay? There we go. I need to get a new webcam. Anyways, shitty Apple headphones. I decided, you know what? I have this sweet computer set up. I built this desktop, 3 monitors, but my audio is terrible. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to go buy a nice pair of headphones. Not going to spend too much because I obviously don't know much, and I don't want to blow my money on something that I don't know a whole lot about. So I went to Guitar Center, and I said, you know, what are some headphones y'all recommend? I said M40x's. Grabbed them right off the shelf, and you know, the first thing I did, I put them on through my iPhone 6, so pretty decent audio quality actually out of these things, and they sound phenomenal, guys. Full flat frequency. For those of you who don't know, there's no like, you know, preset EQ, so you're getting a very balanced sound, not a whole lot of bass kicking, you know, drowning out everything, but the highs and the mids are all very balanced. And the lows are still good too. These have a little bit of kick in them for certain, you know, bassy songs on the low end. So, like I said, I bought these and threw them on. Phenomenal sound, guys. I listen to a lot of rock music. Bands like Avenged Sevenfold, Chevelle, Seether, even classic rock. I love Boston. And when I put these on, I began listening to albums over and over again. And you start picking up on things that you didn't know were even in the song, especially in the drums, like in hi-hats and cymbals and stuff. They're a lot more pronounced because these headphones have a frequency range and have a very they very much focus on the mids and the highs, and they're very crisp, and you can hear these things that Apple headphones would never pick up, at least in a significant way. So put these on, started listening to albums again, and I started hearing things. It was like the music was new to me. It was like re-listening to this album, you know. It was like for the first time hearing new things I didn't even know were in these songs, and it was incredible. So as opposed to running down specs and stuff with y'all, I mean, you can go on the website and look at specs. I mean, yeah, 35 ohm impedance, you know, 15 hertz to 24,000 hertz. I mean, you guys can look at all that stuff on the website. I'm not here to give you specs. I'm here to tell you as a consumer what exactly I'm getting with these headphones after coming from regular kind of consumer, you know, shitty headphones. So one thing you're going to notice first thing is that you're going to start hearing things you never heard before. Just you're going to hear lots of different things, especially with guitar and drums. It's all going to be much clearer. So obviously I don't know how else to say that. I'm just not great at this stuff. But yeah, and another thing is these are really comfortable. After coming from Apple headphones, they weren't uncomfortable, but they're Apple headphones. They're not meant to be like, oh yeah, these things feel so good in my head. Like, no. These have cushions on them, as you can see, and the headband is padded. So yeah, it feels really good. They have a nice fit to them, not too much clamping force, so they don't give you a headache after a while. And I found after a while you kind of break in the pads. Maybe for the first few hours wearing them, you're like, oh, it feels like my, starting to get some like earache and stuff. But I mean, that's normal, I think. From what I've heard from people, you get to break in your headphones a little bit. These are adjustable like that. I have mine set 2 clicks or something like that. And then another thing I really liked was that detachable cable, and it locks. So you put it in, it's not going to come out. Not going to pull hard because it's from mine. So, but they won't come out. And it comes with 2 different cables. It comes with a coiled cable, which is, I think, is like 3 meters around there. And then it comes with a really freaking long straight cable. I mean, this thing is like ridiculous. So, I tend to just use the coiled cable because I keep mine in my room. I'm sorry about that. And it's my Yeti mic. Yeah, you come with 2 different cables. They're both detachable, obviously, and come in here and they both lock. I don't really use the straight cable. I can't even imagine taking it in public. I mean, that's just, you have wires all over you. So, sound quality on point, comfort on point, and the fact that you get 2 different cables is really cool. And they're high quality cables. I mean, these things aren't going to break on you unless you're fucking, pardon me, you're cutting them with scissors or something. So, yeah, good cables. Another thing is that these are actually somewhat portable. They might look goofy on you if you're going to wear them out in public, because they are kind of big guys. They're bulky, okay? They are bulky. I'm not going to say they're small headphones. It's not like wearing Beats Solo HDs, little... I hate those things. But they are more portable than these. Now, with that said, these only weigh 240 grams. They're not that heavy. I mean, I've walked to class before while wearing these. Not a big deal. I mean, some people look better in headphones than others. I don't know how I look in headphones. I don't care how I look in headphones. But I didn't really notice these walking around. Now, if you're going to be running or working out, don't buy headphones like these. I mean, you can if you want. It's not my life. But, dude, these things they're going to come off. I mean, they're pretty sturdy on your head. Look like an idiot. But they're going to come off at some point. If you're doing bench press or whatever. I don't recommend that. I recommend, just getting some smaller, maybe on-ear headphones, or just get some that are in your ears. They have some good quality ones, but these are not for exercising. Yeah, they're kind of clunky, so if you have a place at home that you like to sit and listen to music like I do here with my little office/bedroom, yeah, perfect for that. Price for these, I got these for $99, so very good price. I mean, these are like half the price of Beats, and I used to have a pair of Beats, and for the time I was like, dude, these kick ass. And not until I put something on like this to where you realize how bad Beats actually suck. The bass would just drown out everything in there. And a lot of rock music, it does have good bass. You can have some songs with a great bass drum and bass guitar, but your mids and your highs, with male singers who tend to have more of a tender voice and guitar solos, they're going to get drowned out by the bass. You're not going to hear, rich sound coming out of those compared to something like this. With songs, I don't know how many of you are into rock music or anything like that. There are a lot of songs that have some, fast drumming behind a guitar solo, and Beats, they would drown out a lot of the crispness and the richness of the guitar solo because the drums were kicking so hard. With something like this, you're still going to feel the presence of the drums, but the guitar is going to sing. It's going to absolutely sing from the mids and highs depending on what he's doing on the guitar. But things like that, they're going to be more balanced. You're hearing the music the way the producer wanted you to hear the music, as opposed to Beats' version of the music or Bose's version of the music. These are neutral in their tuning, I guess you could say. So I really like that. Some people don't like that. They think it's kind of boring. They want more colorful music. For me, I found that I like the natural sound. This is exactly how the artist and the producers wanted you to hear the song. And I can't get away from that concept. I think it's really cool because now I get to hear exactly everything that was meant to be in that music. The little nuances you can start to hear. And this is coming from somebody, guys, who had just gotten done with Apple headphones. I've had these for like, what, 3 weeks? And it's literally transformed my music listening experience. It makes you want to explore music, not only the music you're currently listening to, but you want to reach out into other genres and different types of music so you can hear the differences in the music. And it's been incredible. I've been listening to some bluesy stuff, poppy stuff, like John Mayer. I like John Mayer a lot, and you can hear a lot of the the small things that are put into the music that kind of contribute to the overall nuance that the artist is trying to give off. So, with that said, it's 10 minutes already. 10 minutes, 38 seconds. I'm not good at time management, obviously. If y'all are on the fence about getting some actual headphones, other than your standard shitty Apple earpod things, I would highly recommend these. These are the ATH-M40x's. You can see right here. It says right on here somewhere. Wait, where does it say? Oh, right here. Right there, ATH. It's probably inverted, but that's okay. And you'll see it's got a little bit different of an emblem. I forgot these fold up too. I'm struggling. They fold up just like this. They're collapsible, and they also they can turn like that, so they come out 90 degrees. Either way is only 15 degrees, so you can wear them like this. It's perfectly comfortable. Not too much pressure around your neck, but it's good enough. So if putting these around your neck at a completely flat angle is not a big deal to you, then there's no reason to step up to the M50X. From what I listened to in comparison to the M50X, these sound basically almost the same, to me at least, to your average consumer. And the M50Xs do have more bass, if you're looking for more bass. Also, if you are going to get some headphones like these, I'm currently in the process of getting a DAC and an amp. A DAC is a digital analog converter. It makes your music sound better, more clear, and the amp will provide more bass. It'll drive the headphones better. From what I've tried, it makes a big difference, even to the untrained to becoming trained ear. So I'd recommend that. A light flickering? That was weird. Yeah, so collapsible, don't forget that. The ear pads turn. I don't know if I can say the pads, but the earphones turn out to 90 degrees, and they fold the other way 15 degrees. So don't forget that in your buying decision. Detachable cable, which is something the lower models don't have, the M20X and the M30X. Yeah, that's great. I almost bought the M30Xs until I realized they didn't have the detachable cable, and the ear cups were more shallow. Most of you will not hear a single person on a review website say that if you're on the fence between an M30X and an M40X, and you have freaking giant ears like me, the M30X ear cups are much shallower, meaning that inside here, there's not as much depth coming in here. So I almost felt like my head or my ears were being squeezed in there, like kind of jammed in there, like it wouldn't fit, and it became very uncomfortable after wearing them for about an hour as I tested them. So in the M40X, they have more depth to them, and the ear pads are much better. So that just about concludes it. It's almost 14 minutes of this, and I have probably bored some of you to death, and I know some of you are sitting here going, this is a horrible reviewer. This guy is terrible. He gets off topic. But you know what? Every now and then it's nice to hear from somebody who's not a reviewer, somebody who's not an audiophile, somebody who's just like you, who decided, you know what? Maybe there's something outside the Apple headphones that I'm missing. Maybe there's something more to my music that I'm not hearing. Maybe there's things like that you're missing out on in the audio world. And I'd highly recommend it, guys. I mean, if you're looking to get into some more, to find more detail in your music, and you don't want to spend a whole lot, guys, these are the perfect headphones for it. They're $100. I'm sure you can find $100 somewhere. Save it. If not, there's even some good alternatives at a lower price. The M30Xs sound great, but they're not M40X quality. But they're like $70. Some of the Sennheiser headphones I tried were pretty good. The HD 429, I don't know. But that just about concludes it, guys. In conclusion, let's run down everything real quick. They're really comfortable. Sound quality is mind-blowing for those of you who came from Apple headphones or Skull Candies or anything, you know, more mainstream like Beats. 3, detachable cable, foldable ear cuffs, so collapsible, so you can bring them. And they also came with this thing. It's a little carrying bag thing, but it's nice. It's leather. It says Audio Technica on it. And they won't provide much protection, but if you're just putting them in your backpack to go to class or you're taking them to work, I mean, this will be plenty. Just don't throw them around. Don't be an idiot and be like, I'm going to toss my headphones. Like, you don't need much more than this if you're not going to be like, you know, if you're not traveling on a plane or you're not skydiving or something stupid with your headphones. This is going to be plenty. Just hold them up, put them in here. You're fine. I hear people complain about these things all the time, like, oh, the bags, what do they give us a bag for? Give us a hard case. I mean, look, I can agree with that. Hard cases are nice, but if you're not tossing your headphones, like just tossing them, dude, that's going to be fine. Unless you're going to throw it in between the books of your backpack. Like, have some common sense. But that's actually a nice addition. And so that's 3. There was one more, wasn't there? Comfort, sound quality, detachable cables, collapsible. I think that's it, guys. I mean, they look nice too. They do look really nice. They're very classy looking headphones. I love the emblem on the side. Very nice. Collapsible, like I said. They do turn this way. So actually the opposite way if you're wearing them on your head. And then you can fold them this way. Very nice around the neck. Not a whole lot of discomfort problems. There's been no problems with ear heat or sweat, nothing like that. And I just highly recommend them, guys. So if you guys have any questions about how these perform from a consumer standpoint, feel free to drop me a comment. I mean, this video probably won't be that popular, obviously. It could be, I don't know. But you know, if you guys have any questions from somebody who's not an audiophile and you just want an opinion from somebody that has made the leap themselves recently and the differences they have noticed, and whether it's worth it or not, just feel free to ask me. I mean, I'm on YouTube all the time watching videos, but this is something I wanted to post. So thanks, guys, and have a good day.